Mountain Dew, GSL Season 3, Code S, Reversal.
Welcome back. We now have Maru versus Solar for the final match. This is a rematch of how we started this evening off. It was Solar that came out on top, defeating Maru 2-1. Maru only winning his in his double proxy barracks rush, bunker rush over against the hatchery. But Solar won in Supreme Endgame ZBT and also won in straight up holding off a bio push. So Maru is going to have to definitely turn some dials here, shift gears, come in here with an adjusted and refined play, because right now Solar is looking like the player that in long games is stronger.
Yeah. I think right now Zerg generally, if you get to that very, very end game, is very strong, and Solar showed that he has great mastery of it. He just utilized his army beautifully. He wasn't mining for what felt to us like 10 minutes in one of those games.
Yeah, I think it was close to 10 minutes. By the way, it's our 9-year anniversary of GSL Code S.
Today, exactly.
Yes. We've been on for 9 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Some of you guys have been watching us for 9 years.
Thank you, guys. Some of you even longer, even.
Yeah.
We didn't just appear when the GSL arose.
That's right.
We already existed as humans.
We were already out here scheming and doing stuff. Trying to become esports people. We're going to go to GSL Cobalt for a change of pace here to start things off in Game 1. Maru vs. Solar, the final match for Group C, starts now.
Fight!
Almost 4,000.
My God. I can't wait till we hit 4,000. Just
Generic Green Wings, Maru.
His head explodes. Oh my God, that's not what I expected.
That's right. Apparently they put a bomb in my head and it blows up when we get to 4,000. That was dark.
Triumphant Song Gaming, Solar.
Every time Taste cast a game, it was having fun. He was just one game closer to his inevitable death.
Yeah. Nothing's forever, Tasteless. So Cobalt, we haven't seen this map played. I don't think at all this season, right?
I think we had like
maybe
we had one game
can't remember.
with No Regret in Me.
Round of 32 was so long ago too.
Yeah, this is one of the weird things about doing this tournament is that we had such a delay in between the round of 32 and the round of 16. It was weird coming back.
It feels like Season 2 is more recent than the round of 32 for Season 3.
Well, what's funny about it is that, usually we're just doing one tournament at a time. Occasionally we'll have one overseas event we do, but, those are wrapped up in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And then you kind of come back, maybe you missed 1 or 2 days of cast, but that's easy to catch up on, right? But when we just stopped at round of 32 for a long time, it's hard to, kind of keep track of, who was where. It's funny because, obviously we know who's still here, but, it just feels like we've jumped back into a tournament after so much time off, and it seems like all the skill levels are kind of different. Normally you're watching the tracking of who's advancing. Yeah. It's going to get more intense every round of the tournament. But to stop like this and then have GSL vs. World and then to come back to this feels totally wonky.
Yeah, it's like GSL Code S is a donut, and then GSL vs. World is like a Munchkin donut that you put in the middle.
Yeah, donut hole.
Yeah, and then, a donut with a donut hole in its hole is not even a donut anymore. That's just like a cake.
Yeah, that is basically a cake. You're correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get everything into the red here.
Oh, my God. Oh, he gets it. Looked like it died midair.
Oh!
Oh, and then it gets out.
Come at me, bro.
Solar, you are dead. Get out of the game.
He's
it's
angry.
Over. He's angry.
He wants to win so badly.
Dude, if he advances, then maybe we get another Maru victory and everything goes back to normal. Season 2 was just the really weird one.
Yeah.
Zerg won. There was all sorts of upsets, including a Zerg winning a GSL.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have Zerg win GSL. No. We're supposed to talk about them almost winning. But
they're perfect runner-ups.
Yes. So many second places.
Nice Overlord speed on the way.
Yeah, he's going to do a little bit of scouting here. We also have a Viking coming out here to shoo Overlords away so that Terran can continue to try to disguise what their true intentions are. A lot more drones being made, or were made, I should say. Now we got some Lings coming up here.
I wonder what a Supreme late game would look like here, because the center doesn't have anything worth fighting over.
Yeah, where would you ever want to fight with Broodlords over here?
Yeah, it's so compartmentalized. Wow, that's hard to say. That I feel like that would look very weird.
This is one of those ink blot maps. You know,
it's like you put an ink blot and then fold your paper up.
Yeah,
to make a snowflake.
And then I'm like, it looks like my dad hitting me. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, no, actually, that's a really important point that you made, Artosis. This map is clearly easily split in half. Like, there's not going to be a moment where it's like, well, maybe the Zerg gets the top right. Who knows?
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, if you go to a really, really late game, it's like, well, what do you even want to do here?
What's this Baneling Nest all about? Do you think he wants Banelings? Or do you think he thought this might be a Hellbat all-in? Because it definitely doesn't look like Hellbat all-in at this point.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely ready to defend. So Stim's coming along now. We are going to see Bio play for Maru. Maru, he did okay until the pushes started against Solar in Game 3. But after a little bit, I mean, Solar just sort of smashed him down everywhere. By the way, the Hellions are really softening up these Queens. Keep in mind, with Stim finishing up pretty soon here, we're going to have the rest of the army coming out on the map. So some pretty bruised Queens.
Well, I mean, it seems like there's not going to be a lot of anything going on. Like, especially I see those 2 eBays, right? Generally, when you see 2 eBays like that, it means that we're going to see a 2-2 timing push on max supply. You know? It's like, yeah, you'll have little things like what we're watching here. But
actually, you're correct. Yeah. No, I totally will.
It's hard to imagine.
Take back what I said. With exactly what he's got here.
Well, looks like Solar just going to get his upgrades flowing. Of course, it's really quick Baneling speed. So he'll probably stay on this Ling Bane style for quite some time. Of course, last time we saw him go for that style was Game 3 against Maru, where Maru just endlessly attacked. But again, this build order doesn't look like that. This looks like a much more macro-intensive build. If you had 1 eBay, everything would be timed forward a little bit. You keep your pressure on. Whereas here is likely going to go to 2-2, which means that we should also see Solar make it up to Hive Tech. And I really want to... Well, I shouldn't have jumped the gun too much, but I was going to say I want to see, likely, based on what we're seeing in this game, Ultras.
We have had some Ultras before here in ZVT.
Yeah,
it's funny though, because especially on huge maps, you know, you'll see the Ultras come out and then they start to win the fight, and then all the Lings are gone, and then the Ultras try to run away and they die to Stim units.
Yeah,
that's kind of what happens with Ultras is they have a hard time. You wouldn't think they would, since they don't have to like siege up or anything like that to fight.
Well, you know what I think of Ultras as is they are defensive units.
Yeah.
I really don't see them as attacking units.
Well, they just have so much bulk on them. They can sustain for so much longer. Now, here we are. Once again, Maru is sieging up as the army is surrounding his tanks. Now, this is how he died in Game 3. And it's really weird to see him reflexively sieging.
Yeah, he tried to take the center, but the creep was so close that Solar just jumped on him so quickly there. Maru's still trying to walk around, seeing if he can get something done.
This is going to be a crazy milestone here, by the way, for Solar if he ends up knocking Maru out of GSL, taking 2 best-of-3s.
It'd be a big deal.
Oh, he's going to try to push back. Can he defend this? It's solo.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's going to lose it.
I think Solar might just not want to overcommit here. Yeah, Maru's going to get this. He was patient.
I think Solar might have... Oh, the engagement. So good.
Maru diving on, though. A few more Lings coming out. Oh, my God. That was so good.
What a clutch hold that was. Seriously. Wow. Okay, so Drilling Claw's on the way, so Maru going to get into very heavy anti-Ling Bane. We'll see if that works out for him. It's a very long push distance, and there is a lot of creep for Solar right now. And Solar, yeah, he already threw up a macro action in his main, too, so it looks like his production is really on point.
Okay, he's going to try to come in one more time, though. But we've all been in these positions, right, where you just got that one base, it's so low, you want to kill it so badly, and then you overextend. The creep continues to fan out on the map. A lot of banelings out. It doesn't appear that there's any easy way to kill off that base, and so Maru's probably going to have to accept that moral loss there.
Well, do you switch it up now and start pushing through this endless creep to get to one of the other bases?
Well, this is one of the problems, is that he's almost neglected the left side of the map, trying to push down over on the right side so much that there's plenty of creep pushed out here.
Yeah. Oh, this makes it very tough. And you know what? He was very late on starting his 2-2. His armory was a little bit late, I noticed, but he actually didn't start it until just very recently. So Solar has actually passed him on the upgrades. His 2-2 is going to be done first, which means he's never going to be fighting at an upgrade disadvantage. Which, when you're playing Ling Bane against Marines, that's like something that Terran's really looking for.
Yeah. Now the creep gets further and further out here. The Widow Mines are going to be cleaned up. Already 48 Marines were killed off in this game. My God.
Yeah. Now, Solar's doing a pretty good job, I think. But, you know, there's a lot of mines being made.
The distance between the upper left, which is where the Terran production is, all the Terran infrastructure, and the base is now being taken in the bottom right. I don't think Maru's ever going to be able to push in there.
Yeah.
I don't think Maru's paying attention. Beautifully done. Almost taking out more of those, but I guess you can force him to waste some medevac energy on that. And this is what we would call the Zerg getting out of hand here. It's like you've now allowed the Zerg to get to grow and thrive so much on the map, and I think this is a structural issue with this map. I'm not knocking on the map, but I mean in this matchup, in this situation, I don't really see how Terran can win this unless Terran tries to push now into the bottom left main.
Yeah, and that seems...
I think that's just... Sometimes
you're looking for
like
mistakes from your opponent at that point, really. But yeah, when you get your creep out like this and you've got really great upgraded Ling Bane, how hard is that to push in? It's ridiculously hard. Great defense, and there is that Ultra Cavern. I'm really happy to see that play from Solar. You can see why he's 7,000 MMR. It's just great because what Maru's doing right now, this very kind of like heavy marine medevac type of composition, it's already having a hard time on creep, but if you have Ultraless tech, you have Ultras on that creep as well, Ling Bane Ultra on creep just will eradicate armies. Yeah. It will kill them so quickly, and that it kind of gives you that bit of extra muscle so that you can transition into what you actually might want, like let's say Broodlord Infestor later on, possibly. The map is so big though, I could see trying to skip over that and just utilize the giant economy that you have as Solar here.
Yeah, well, I think now the problem is that Maru's going to have to figure out how to end this game, because just the way that Solar behaved in Game 1 and pulled through with a win, I think that Solar has no reason to not try to do something similar in Game 2. I guess you could end up with the Zerg mining out a little bit too much here, and then Terran slow crawls and takes the upper right side of the map, but I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Nidus play, beautifully done.
Yeah, let's see what he can actually get done here. I like how there's drones in there for some reason.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
He might Nidus to an island or something, too. That could be kind of a cool thing if he has time.
Yeah, I mean, there are these little locations on this map at 12 and at 6. So we have a small army down here for Terran that is going to target down some of these hatches. Not bad. He does eliminate that.
Hey, some damage in the main base. I like it.
Yeah, these units are Terran's starting to win fights everywhere. I guess it was also worth pointing out that even if the entire map is connected by creep, there's no way for you to actually stop. Well, there's no way to have your whole army everywhere at once. It's just such a huge map. This is our biggest map, right? It has to be.
Yeah, you know what? I'm quite sure it is, actually, thinking about it.
I honestly tend to forget about it. I get to cast
Thunderbird and Acropolis are both quite big maps, but this feels much bigger to me.
The four corners are filled up with more landmass, though. You can actually have what matters further away. Nice kill on that hatch.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that bottom right side of the map took a beating, man. Now Terran's going to try to push across again. Maybe Maru will do the impossible.
That's a possibility, but now that we have some beefier units that are going to be popping out like these Ultras, I think that's going to help him to clear out armies like this. Obviously, you've got to deal with those mines. Those have been really, really strong for Maru the last few times. Notice that Ultra definitely helping. Forcing the pickup. Interesting, he was a little bit late on starting his 3-3 here, Solar, and he never started +3 melee, but he is a little bit long gas, so I get it. The carapace definitely more important when you're going for ultras. Spire is coming up. Can continue his tech upwards. We see a Viper being made. Ooh, I like it.
Now we have the island being taken. Now, keep in mind with Medivacs, unless you can be really sneaky with a Nidus, I don't know if you're ever going to be able to take that back from Terran.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to morph so many drops, or I guess if you do get into Broodlords later on, that could do it, obviously. Ghost coming up right now. That creep spread just continues forward, man. Look at these bases from Solar. It's just so scary. How do you attack in there?
Yeah, I don't think you can. This map really, in this matchup, just seems like it's really hard for one side to kill the other.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, how far are you going to travel when your reinforcement's that far out? I wonder how easy it's going to be for Terran to actually take the upper right quadrant.
Hard, I think.
Yeah.
It might be one of these really weird situations where he has to kind of rotate everything, and the left side becomes easier to kill.
Zerg's interested in opening up that side of the map up there.
Oh, look at this. Okay, so Solar is actually just getting +1 air attack. So I think what we're going to be seeing here is him just adding Corruptors to be able to deal more easily with the Medivacs.
And the island. If he kills the Medivacs, he can then go spray down the island, too.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And obviously Liberators you need that for. That's one way that we saw Dark lose a lot of game with Ultras. Is he just didn't have anything for anti-Liberator. Got to get that Spire up. Ridiculously strong economies on both sides. I'd really like to see a couple more Vipers in here as well. I think Parasitic Bomb is so powerful in these situations.
Solar is not actually scouted 12 o'clock.
It's a great place to drop mules, I tell you.
Yeah, well, no kidding. I mean, just suck up all the resources there.
Yeah.
Okay, another big attack coming in here. Terran's got quite the spread, though. I mean, that's just so hard to come in and get.
Especially with these types of armies. Like, we've seen before people break through these with mass Banelings, but it can be a bit cost inefficient. The Ultras just die to Liberators in these situations.
I think this island went a little bit neglected. I feel like once you start to get Niduses over here, it's very hard to ever stop this. So this is probably just going to be a lost base. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to drop everything over there.
Yeah. I think he might just lose it, but he has another command center there, so.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take these SCVs out.
I love that the SCVs are trying to dodge Banelings so they can repair through the Ultra.
Yeah. Well, planetaries are pretty crazy when it comes to sustain, but it doesn't seem like Terran has the ability to devote any attention to that location. So that's been taken out. Now we have Banelings that are coming across the map. Oh, here we are. We're at that part of the game where they're nuke on.
He did lose that island base, by the way. Ooh, that's...
Oh, he gets it. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, these are such hard areas to attack into, but you know what? If he brings enough units, the Corruptors can start to pick off the air units. And that's where he starts to get some real value in here. Look at that. Kills a lot of those Medivacs. Or trying to take some of these other bases. That's going to be difficult, though.
Well, I think there's a whole other ground game here for Zerg, which is to try to delay these bases in the upper right quadrant. Keep in mind that on the other maps that we saw these guys, like where they were playing on, I think it was King's Cove, you know, Terran actually gets a lot of bases because they're closer. These ones really are a far reach away.
Yeah, the travel time for Terran is just not that fast on these big maps.
Yeah.
Like, boost is good, and you can skip some terrain, but it's not like Zerg running around on creep with the fastest units in the game.
Boost is good tactically a lot of times. It's not actually good for commuting.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like faster, but not for that.
Yeah. And, you know, this is kind of insanely ambitious of Maru. He's trying to simply control the center of the board like it's a chess game with his liberators and ghosts and everything else over there. But it seems to me like with all the harass going on in the upper right, it's a matter of time before the middle of the map crumbles, right?
Well, he's got to stay super efficient. And if Solar stays on Ultra, like I think Ultra was a great kind of thing to stabilize the game for Solar for a bit, but I really want to see him be careful with that because these snipes that we're seeing from Maru are massacring him.
He's really producing a lot of Zerglings here. He just needs to get the right unit composition to engage this, and I think the middle is going to be lost. And from there, it's very easy to circulate an army up north.
And the efficiency that Maru is showing, though, like
his control is perfect.
The liberation zones plus mines plus ghosts, that combination is so strong that he just micros back the rest of his units. You run under those liberation zones, and the mines kill you. So
is he going to try to surround this now? What am I seeing here? What is this? Oh, I guess he wants to try to just come up here. I feel like Solar's getting just a little bit too spread out.
He is definitely spread out pretty far right now. Looks like he wants to take out that planetary, which he definitely will. That won't be any issue.
And it's actually worth it in this case to just use your gas to blow up the planetaries.
I think so.
Because Terran is going to mine out on 4 bases pretty fast. Oh, what? He almost killed his own.
Oh, the planetary.
Yeah.
All right, so he does take that out.
Again, this army gets so far, but eventually I think it does get swallowed up by Solar here, the Zerg army. I guess everything that Maru has is actually slow pushing down towards this part of the map.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, well, the Corruptors are killing a lot of this air here. The Baneling's being really inefficient.
The problem is there's still always a small squad of ground units here. All of the gas that Solar has is just going directly into Banelings. He's like never even able to stock up any because he's so focused on just getting gas out here. It's like there's just enough Marines as well to shoo away the Corruptors.
Maru's playing a wonderful game here.
Yeah, he really is.
He is abusing this unit
composition. If he can actually take out this bottom right, man, he will win this game. I mean, I feel like it's such a long shot, but look, I mean, he's still got the army here.
A lot of his air is going to finally fall, but he's losing the Corruptors as well. It seems like that might be it.
GG.
Wow, what a strong victory.
That was
really good one.
So impressive.
Yeah.
Maru just did the impossible, guys. Well, I don't know. I mean, you tell me, Terran players, is it really easy to push the bottom right when Zerg has that spawn? That was insane.
Yeah.
And there was so many Banelings focused in on taking out the upper right, and also so many Banelings focused on taking out the attack in the bottom right, that at the last few seconds, the Zerg identified, I actually just don't have enough.
Yeah.
And then Terran was able to snowball it. That is so sick.
I feel like he needed to transition. I was surprised to see just the +1 air attack as opposed to a greater Spire there.
Artosis is a scary part of the GSL. Monka S. Listen to that music.
Someone's going to get eliminated.
Someone's going to die.
I hope Solar wins this one. I want that game 3. Give me game 3.
All right, let's see if he takes game 2 here. We go to game 3. Our map is going to be on Triton. Let's go.
Fight!
Well.
Are any of us surprised?
He went with the devil on his shoulder this time, Artosis.
Yeah.
Now, let's also remember that last time Solar also scouted it, like he's going to do this time, just judging from the angle this Overlord's coming at, and Maru still won.
Yeah, this is a much quicker scout, so it should give him a little bit of a better time defending. Let's see how he executes it, though.
The idea as the attack comes out is to have the drones body block the Marines as they try to come forward. Oh, wait, no, is he getting gas? Is this a different build? Hold on. All right, immediately cancels on the gas. There goes the pull.
Okay.
3 drones sent out right away due to the early scout.
So it seems like he might want to just put damage onto the SCVs.
Yep.
I think his plan here is to just prevent bunkers from going up, if I had to guess. Let's see.
Can he get this one SCV? It's going to depend on that
huge.
RNG. Oh, yes, it does. And just like the bunker, you also don't need the last 2 seconds of it making for the animation on the barracks to finish.
That's pretty wild.
That was just the SCVs putting all the pieces in place, and then they let go and they slot together.
Yeah.
It's like IKEA furniture.
It's nothing like IKEA
It's like
furniture.
IKEA furniture.
Oh my God!
I guess IKEA
It's what
furniture
it's
really
supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then you have to like get a hammer that didn't come with it to force it to fit together.
Yeah.
And then you realize you did it backwards.
And you're already in a fight with your significant other because you didn't want to buy that IKEA furniture to begin with.
That's
so
true.
the Marines are going to come forward. The drones did not accomplish their mission of slowing down this rush. Ready the stutter step micro.
Yeah, this is still fearsome.
Fearsome. Lions are fearsome. Artosis, this is really scary. This is like ghosts.
I would say this is fearsome.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's Maru Marines.
Okay, Queen's going to come out.
Ooh, that's fearsome.
That'll put a cork on the progress on this rush, at least for now, because you can't go forward without trading some damage. Oh, I stand corrected. He's just going to keep going for it.
Yeah, seems like he's trying to force as much as he can. He's going into his factory behind this. I think he'll probably just double command.
He's
after
abandoning the
starport.
rush. One barracks comes into scout, the other goes back home.
Pretty normal stuff from Maru, but good hold, I would say. In fact, I do say good hold.
Well, we're now going to go into, to be honest, one of the games I think Maru's best at playing is post-bunker rush, TVZ. He's the guy that really showed how good you can actually be at this.
That's
be
true.
fine. Still keeping the pressure on.
Oh, this is so funny. Just trying to kill these queens.
Yeah. Oh, gets one, gets one. That was sick.
Wow. That was really worthwhile. Glad that we're showing the upgrades tab right now.
Yep.
Because I was wondering if they had upgrades.
Yeah. Where's your 1-1?
Like, where's his armor? He's not going to have 2-2
You
in
should
time.
get EMP now. So, Zerg now slips out of third base.
It looks like we might get a Hellion drop or something.
Yeah. Cool follow-up. Well, let's remember that he really eliminated the Ling count.
Yeah.
You know, once the Lings are gone, the Hellions basically pick and choose their fights.
And you want to make drones really badly in this situation, right?
Okay, the Overlord comes in here to scout. It looks like he will. Well, I guess he doesn't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't think he does. Maru getting some quality scouting done still. Overlord speed is on the way. Roach Warren as well.
How do you think our GSL cake's going to be? It's been a long night.
Yeah.
We're to hour 4 now, Artosis.
Oh,
Our
nice.
cake is still on display down there.
That is true. Looks good. Looks tasty.
By the way, guys, it's been 9 years. If you didn't see us in the first half of the show, 9-year anniversary at GSL.
Yeah, today is the, like, actually today. A lot of times it's like, yeah, it was this week, but we don't have a day of work that day.
Oh my God, these shots are sick. 9 for the 9-year anniversary. He kills 9 drones. Oh, Maru. He's
10?
like, here's for 10. One more year. Thanks, Maru.
And then next year he kills 11 drones.
That's
for us.
right, yeah.
Or maybe he just kills 10 and we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
GSL's going to be canceled.
He only kills 8. I'm like, I don't know what this means.
9 years. That's so crazy. 9 years.
How long does it take people to get through medical school?
Not 9 years.
It might.
If you're a dummy, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how long medical school
Right?
takes.
Maybe it is 10 years.
I think
or
it's like something really long. I mean, that's why you never actually meet like a really
I
young
thought school
doctor.
is just 4 years, isn't it, for your bachelor's, right?
All right, well,
like
I'm going to get you out of this conversation real fast, Artosis. No, you don't go to school for 4 years
Sorry,
to become
I
a doctor.
yeah. Well, no, I knew that. Jesus. All
right.
Oh my God, he's back.
Artosis, just talk about these drones getting attacked.
No!
We've got to protect the world from what you don't know. I should never have talked about something that wasn't StarCraft. Okay, I'm so sorry.
That's true.
6 more drones are killed off.
So how many years does it take to be a doctor then? I think it's different for different types of doctors, right?
I'm sure it is, Artosis. I think it takes a long time, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 10 years. Medical school, I think we're like, I'm not sure, I don't know.
So GSL is almost a doctor?
We're doctors is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, we're definitely doctors.
Yeah. So the Banshee is going to come in now. And we've had a lot of workers get hit. But Solar's been really on top of just remaking. But again, his army is not really that big.
No.
So we know if Maru's going to push like he always does, that could be where the real threat kicks in.
Yeah. This is a scary situation for Solar. I wonder what he's doing, though, because we see the Baneling Nest and the Roaches being upgraded slightly. I guess what we see in the... I imagine it'll be melee attack. But what is this Spire up to? Possibly just like a small group of mutas?
Well, he might want to be trying to go for actual fights on the map. But he's making Roaches, too, which is weird. So actually, I don't know. I thought he might go Ling Bane Muta, but now
That's where I'm kind of missing it.
Walking that one back as I see more Roaches get made. So it is 9 mutas.
Okay, so maybe a group of mutas, and then I could see him going like Ling Bane Roach Ravager for the most part, because that kind of sustains you against attacks reasonably well. Remember when Legacy of the Void came out? That was like very popular to do that into Ultra.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll make any more mutas though. Pretty sure about that.
Okay, coming out again.
It's a bit scary. Doesn't have that Baneling speed as of yet.
And now we're going to have the drops coming in here. Now here comes Maru's push. Again, this is Maru's bread and butter, and for the first time the siege tanks are sieged before they're surrounded.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
This is not a good sign for Solar.
Oh, he's on the evolution chambers as well.
Oh, man, this is going to force a fight. It's going to force a fight for sure. He's actually now in range of some of these Banelings that are about to produce.
Some good transfusions on some of those Roaches.
Mutas are tearing up the main. But is this damage over here at the push just too much?
Well, he has to hold on here. If you lose everything, it doesn't matter that you kill the main SCVs. He's got 2 other bases.
Yeah, he's still mining. He's still landing mules. Drones getting isolated.
Oh my god, he's going to build some turrets on his production, try to keep that area alive.
Siege Tank's now pushing forward. He's going to be able to take out the third. He can actually rain down artillery onto the Banes over here as well. The third goes down. The Mutas, though, are still doing damage. They're on top of production.
Oh my god,
so
Solar
that
might be able to do it.
Yeah. But the problem is how do you address this push? Terran are better in base trades than Zerg.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of speed Banes. The Roach is coming as well. Flank coming up, but the Siege Tank's taking care of a lot of the Banes.
Drones coming forward with gas in their hands to look like Banes, but they're not.
They're not. They're just weak cosplaying impressions.
That's right. They're cosplaying Banelings.
And at the end of this all, it feels like maybe Solar won it. Like, he has stopped the production for so long right now.
Yeah, but Roaches are not that good in these moments. You know, Roaches, you can kind of take fights with them.
Oh, look at that. Even getting that reactor before he gets out of here. Sending his drones that ran from his third over to that fourth.
Okay. He's going to have to collapse and turtle hard here.
I think Solar's in a good spot. There's just so little production for Maru right now.
Well, we got to see the next push as well. Because if you can get some anti-air, I mean, mutas, he's not going to be getting any more mutas, I don't think, right? So here's a Thor out now. If he could just push in again, I think he might be able to really do some serious damage here. How many tanks are still in this game? They all,
I think he lost
died,
all
right?
of his tanks.
Oh, there's one.
Maybe he's just making them now. But I think he lost his tanks because they were all sieged when Solar came down, and then he just medevaced out of there.
I think actually Solar's going to try to push in when the third is going to be reclaimed.
This type of situation is fantastic for mutas as well.
Yeah. This is
so
when you
little going on, you can really fly around, kind of figure out what he have for production.
Terran just barely has enough to cover everything. And by the way, he's going to just keep pouring money into Roach Ling, I believe, and try to just get an attack ready.
Yeah, I think so. But 2-2 on the way. That could be really scary.
Yeah. Terran can be fine on very little with 2-2.
Especially when he's playing
against this unit comp.
He's going to be 3 upgrades up, basically. Oh, diving on the tank. Getting punished a little bit. But the mutas are not super Like,
Where's that Thor?
super good. It went down the ramp, I think.
Okay. He's
So
now at his third.
Is Solar gearing up for an attack?
I thought he was because of the Ravagers that were made. I thought that was intended to shoot down the tanks, because I don't know why you'd just be making Ravagers back at home in this moment. It doesn't
this
seem
army
like
just, it won't scale over time, so maybe he needs to.
So Terran has a third up. Now Zerg is reclaiming 12 o'clock again to put Zerg on 4 bases, which is where they want to be against Terran's 3. Worker count is even, so Terran's actually mining a little bit more efficiently. But that might not start to matter as much as the Zerg attack, I believe, is supposed to be coming pretty soon.
Yeah, I do wonder about that. He's not adding a lot of drones.
He's got to be careful with these medevacs here, too, with Mutas out. You don't want to lose chunks of your army here when you're, like, at 83 supply to their 126.
Okay, 2 medevacs looping around the map right now. Let's see where he wants to bring those. Oh, burrow and burrow movement. Starts up his 1-1. He does have +1 ranged. He's down 3 upgrades on the roaches and 4 on the lings. I feel like he is so reliant upon.
Oh, this is so sick.
Man, yeah.
Now, can he get out? Oh, is he gonna? Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think he was trying to target Mutas so he could guarantee to get out.
Yeah. But he's gonna go in the main here. This is actually just hurting Solar more and more. So this is eventually gonna get cleaned up. But the most important point is that Terran is going untouched. Zerg is still trying to grow. They have the army, they just don't have the macro engine behind this.
And Maru starts 3-3, so he is really looking towards the future. Look at that, expanding again as well.
All right.
Could those burrow movement roaches do something here?
I think they actually will, because I don't think Maru's looking right now.
No, why would you look for that? That's such a weird move at the moment.
Yeah.
Just in this match.
Oh, what? He's like, turn around? What, he chickened out?
Yeah, he did.
Can't believe he chickened out.
This is why you're not going to the round of 8, Solar.
No.
You know, he could do, like, if he wants to line up an attack and unburrow underneath siege tanks during the attack, that's some Wings of Liberty stuff right there.
Well, Terran is pretty comfortable. I think this 4th base is not going to be stopped, right? I mean...
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything Maru does is going to be stopped anymore.
He actually gets confirmation on when the Hive Tech's going to start there.
2-2 started, but 3-3 will be finishing before it's done.
All right, Roaches. Whoa. It was like the nothing moved through there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Spirit of Darkness passing through.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess Maru is just going to try to max out, get the right defense, and push it 3-3. Zerg was going for that battle Zerg style where you want to have a fight, you want to take something in the middle of the map, but Maru, being smart, just stayed back and defended. And because of that, he sort of zoned himself into an odd spot where his army's not going to be as strong as the Terrans later on.
Yeah. But
you know,
I guess he must be going towards Broodlords, right? That's the only real chance of winning this game from here.
Yeah, but I wonder if Maru can actually end this game before Broodlords come out. Maru's just now going to start pushing out.
Yeah. Well, seems he's got his +3. That's a pretty big deal.
Now, these Roaches for the counterattack, that could be a pretty annoying, but I think that okay, he sees it now. But this push, again, the push coming up through the north.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything, that little counter right there.
Okay, here we go. Siege tank's already in siege mode.
Oh.
Again, Maru pushing much better in this rematch. Oh. Whoa! Oh, God. He lost, like, every Baneling there.
Yeah, that was a massacre.
Run! Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Maru's highly upgraded army doing such a great job right now.
Yeah, 3-3 is good.
Good upgrades to have.
Yeah.
Siege tanks on the high ground as well. Such a tough situation here for
chases
Solar.
the Mutas away. The Bane's unable to connect with the infantry.
Well, seems like this is just about the end of the line for Solar.
Wow, how sad. Solar was so close. He was 1 win away from moving on first.
Yeah.
And now he's a dead nerd.
Yeah,
GG.
losing
Maru
that.
wins.
Well, I feel for Solar because I think he's in great shape right now, and I think he showed that as well tonight. But Maru's shown he still has what it takes. I think especially in that series against Stats. Very, very well done. Of course, clutch victory here, getting his revenge against Solar at the end of the day.
Guys, if you're in the audience, stick around. There's a giveaway at the end of the show. Jerseys and photo albums for you. But first, well, actually, I guess we can't do it yet. He's still in his chair. Eventually, it's inevitable. There's no stopping it. We're going to have a Maru interview. In fact, he's going to that right now. Wow, what a day. And Solar, man. Don't forget how good he was in this GSL. He looked really strong.
Yeah. Yeah, he really did. I think Super Tournament could be a very strong tournament for him.
Okay, we're ready for that interview. Let's see how Maru's feeling now that he's going to advance to the round of 8.
Hello guys, we're gonna have an interview with Maru, the second place of Group C. Congratulations. Thank you.
네, 최종전은 자신의 스타일대로
In the finals match, you use your own unique playstyle to earn your ticket to the round of 8. How do you feel?
일단 처음에 져가지고
Well,
떨어지나 싶었는데
You know, I lost in the first match, and then I thought I was gonna get eliminated today, but luckily I made it out.
자신이 잘해야 하는 걸 하는 것 좀 해야 하는 것
I think you definitely shine when you use your most unique playstyle.
첫 경기와 완전히 확실히 다르다고
And we could
느꼈을 것 같은데요.
tell that this match was definitely different from the first match.
메카닉만 준비했는데
Well, I prepared for
해보니까
mechanical
답이
only,
없더라고요. 그래서 바꾼 게
so I kind of changed, and I think that worked well.
적의 무감타, 이 굴락 조합의 대결에서는 사실
And in
아쉬운
that
결과가
match between the
있었는데요.
Bionic
연습한
and
만큼 결과가 안
the
나와서
Investor
좀
and the
아쉬울 것
Brawlord,
같아요.
you came out on
그
top.
연습 때는 어떠셨어요?
How was your practice going?
제가 거의 다 이겼거든요.
In practice and scrims, I won most games,
민수 형이 잘하는 것 같아요.
but I definitely felt that Solar is a stellar
많이
player today.
이겼었다면 요즘 이 저태전 양상도 만족을 하고 계셨었나요?
Are you satisfied with the ZVT matchup right now?
만족하고 있진 않았는데
I'm not really satisfied, to be
오늘
honest.
이겨서
Well, but I did win
네.
today, so I feel happy.
강민수 선수에게 복수에도 성공했습니다.
And
사실
you did,
오늘
you were
첫
successful in
강민수
taking your
선수와의
revenge
대결
against Solar
때
today.
상당히 안 좋았기 때문에 패자전도 사실 위험하다
In the losers
생각했었는데
bracket, you were
강민수 선수에게
in some dangerous
뺨 맞고
situations.
3연핵으로 김대엽
And
선수에게
then you
화풀이하는
did beat
느낌이었어요.
Stats with the 3 consecutive
너무 기분이
nuclears.
시원하게 내시는 것 같았는데 어떠셨어요?
And how did that feel?
제가 토스전 후반은 좀 자신이 있어가지고
Well, I'm quite confident in the
후반가면
late game,
안
in the
진다
TVP,
했는데 후반을 대엽이 형이 가져가지고
and you know, I think I was
그렇군요.
pretty good in the
한편
late game.
이병렬 선수가 오늘 그 기난가피 업그레이드 대군주에 대해서 또 말씀을
And Rogue has
해주셨는데
commented on the
바이킹이
carapace upgrade for Zerg.
그 바이킹이 잡으면서 죽으면서 하는 정찰이라 사실 그렇게 좋은지 모르겠다
And he still
말씀하셨거든요.
is,
이에 대해서 혹시
he still doesn't know if Zerg is
어떤
OP right
생각을?
now. What do you think?
스킨은 300원짜리인데 100원짜리 쓰면서 죽으면 손해라는 게 말이
I
안
think,
돼요.
I think the skin carapace is really good.
좀 너무 싼 것 같아요. 그냥.
And I think it's just really
같이
too cheap.
테란과
to be honest.
비교했을 때는 너무 말도 안 된다.
Compared to Terran, it's just
비교해서
OP.
그런 게 아니라 일단 다 보고 시작하니까 그게 너무
You know, I feel like it's
갑자기 오버 소급이 되면
in
짜증이
general,
확
like when
나더라고요.
Overlord has a
그래서
speed upgrade, it just becomes so
가격을 다시
useful.
롤백해야 되지 않나.
So I think we're gonna have to roll back the price.
하셨습니다. 자, 이제 다음 8강전 이야기를 해보겠습니다.
Okay, let's talk about the round of 8
조성주
now.
선수는 D조 1위 선수와 대결을
So
하게
Maru, you will
되는데요.
be going up against the first place in Group D.
김도우, 백동준, 주성우 선수가
There's
있고요.
Zest,
신이범
Classic,
선수가
Deer,
대결을 앞두고
and
있습니다.
Ragnarok in that
이 네
group.
분들의 선수들 중에서
So out of these
가장
4
위험이
stellar
될것 같은
players,
선수를
who do you
꼽자면
think
어떤
will be the
선수가
most
있을까요?
threatening to you?
솔직히 없는 것 같아서
Honestly speaking, I don't think there's
누구와도
anyone.
자신이 있어가지고
So I have confidence.
어차피 저희 팀에 3토스가 있기 때문에
Since we have 3 Protoss in my
자신감은
team,
항상 넘치는 상태.
you know, I'm just full of confidence
김도우
right now.
선수가 이번 시즌 유종의 미를 거두기
And
위해서
Classic
굉장히 노력하고
mentioned that he
계신데
wanted
그
to
부분도 전혀
put a
신경 안
good
쓰이세요?
period mark
고용은
to his run.
생각해보니까
You know,
도우 형이 준비를 워낙 잘하는
To be honest, I think Classic
도우 형은
might be quite
격렬히
fearsome.
했으면 좋겠어요.
아, 네. 이병렬 선수와 대결했으면 좋겠다 이야기를 하셨습니다. 자, 조성주 선수의 8강 그럼 기대하고
And Maru,
있겠습니다.
we will look
마지막으로
forward to your
팬들에게
round of 8
한마디
match.
해주시죠.
Before you go, any last words to your
오늘
fans?
제가 민수 형한테 첫 세트 치고
Today I did
배틀에
lose the
들어갔더니
first match
명훈이
to
형이
Solar.
너무 많은 걸 알려주셔가지고 원래 코발트도 제가 할 생각이 없었는데
I didn't really intend to
명훈이 형이 추천해줘가지고
pick Cobalt.
하게 됐거든요. 그래서
but then I
영훈이
got
형한테 좀
suggestions.
감사한 것 같아요.
So
마지막으로 한 가지 더 요청을 드릴게요. GSL 아주 원년 멤버로서
as
그동안
the
9년의 역사를
original
함께
member
해오신
of GSL, you've been with the history.
그런 만큼 조성주 선수의 축하 멘트
So,
안 드릴
Maru,
수가
would you like to
없습니다.
leave any,
GSL 생일 축하 멘트
congratulations
한마디 해주시죠.
message before you go?
일단 9주년이나 된 줄 몰랐는데
Well, I didn't know this was going on for 9
나이를
years.
이렇게 먹다 보니까 GSL도 9주년이
I feel quite old now.
너무 감사한 대회인 만큼
I'm just
너무
really
축하하고
grateful for this tournament.
10주년, 20주년 됐으면
And I hope we get to have the 10-year anniversary, the 20-year anniversary as well.
잘 이야기를 해주실 줄은 몰랐어요.
thank you
다시
for
한번
your
감사드리고
candid
진출
opinion.
축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
Once again, congratulations on moving to the round of 8. Thank you.
이렇게
Yay!
2위 진출자 조성주
20
선수
year
만나봤는데요. C조 경기 최종 정리까지 확인해 보겠습니다.
That'd be something else, huh?
Do
47
it,
at
man.
that point.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay, so here are our results. Rogue and Maru move on.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
all the way. I
Yep.
guess so.
Stats unable to hold his own here against Maru, who just showed incredible TVP. And man, Solar was so close to getting out. I'm actually kind of sad for the guy. He looked really good. He seemed like he had trained really hard. Had he done a few different things in the ZVZ against Rogue, he probably would have just been out first, and we'd be in a different reality.
Yeah.
So up next, that's going to be on Saturday at 1 p.m. KST. We have Classic, Ragnarok, Deer, and Zest.
Well, that's a pretty exciting group overall. Don't count Ragnarok out. I think a lot of people look at them and be like, all right, we have 2 Protoss. But Ragnarok has been getting substantially better over the past year.
Yeah.
Really, he's shown a lot of skill, a lot of cool plays.
I
So
really
think it's a tight group.
Classic to move on, and then I'm just not sure. So we're moving around some dates here for us. So we have the Saturday cast. Then we're going to come back on Tuesday and Wednesday because Korean Thanksgiving starts on Thursday. And so it's
we're
kind of
just
a weird
gonna-
calendar. We don't have all the days of the week on here. It's almost confusing. All right,
Monday
so
and Sunday are missing.
yeah, that's weird. We don't have our. Well, we don't normally have any casts on Thursday, but we don't have any casts on Saturday. Everybody will be back with their families. Yes, and you and I will be playing a lot of StarCraft.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Taking care of lots of babies, playing a lot of
Got a lot of
StarCraft.
babies. His seed is strong. I will make Terran players to populate the earth. Yeah, we're going to have the whole country kind of shuts down during Chuseok. So you need to join us on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's 6:30 p.m. KST
That's
Tuesday, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Hang on to your tickets if you're in the audience. We're giving away jerseys and photo books, albums, if you will. You do not want to miss out on that. And yeah, cool day of games.
That's about it.
That's all the time we have. Happy birthday, GSL. It's been 9 years. Let's do 9 more. We love you guys. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. We will see you on Saturday, 1 p.m. KST. Bye-bye.
This is my world.
Let's make it count.
I must practice tolerance. Next, GSL Season 3.